Okay, so Smoke told Sammy to go get Stacks. So he go to go get him. He thought they was messing around. So finally, Smoke decided to go get him, and she already done beat him and all that. So he shoot her. She get back up. She run out the door, right? And so they lock the door. It's a whole lot of going on. A whole lot. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a quick little review of what I felt about Sinners. Okay. Now it took me 2 days. Now it took me 2 days because I went to go see it Saturday. Me and my family talked about it all day Saturday. We talked about it almost all day yesterday. So I was like, I got to do this review today because I got something totally different probably than most people, or some people may be on the same page. But at the end, the movie made me very emotional. It was more it. I don't know if I was overthinking it and I made it into what it wasn't. I don't know, but it was very spiritual to me. Okay, even though it had vampires, had all that in there. It just showed me the different things that the different ways that temptation come to you, and sometimes you think things are good, and in the end, it's not. It's not. So anyway, spoiler alerts could be in here. So leave now if you don't want to know. Just leave now because I gotta explain why my emotions was all over the place and what I had got out of it. Now I know some people say they didn't like it, and I know some people say they loved it. Some people say they didn't get nothing out of it, and that's fine. But I actually got a spiritual thing from it. Meaning, let me explain myself, okay? Not the evilness. It just showed me the evilness of the world, of how things can be tempting. Like I said, it can be tempt you, and you fall into these different traps, okay? Now, they went out recruiting. They was getting ready to open up this juke joint, okay? So they went out recruiting people. But in order for the people to come, they was enticing them with things, okay? So they went to this other little town, and they was recruiting this man that played the harmonica. I believe that's what it is. Yeah, he played the harmonica, but he told him, okay, well, you can drink all the beer you want. So he paid, and he still was going to pay him. So the man was like, oh, okay. But while he was there, he seen a lady that he used to talk to a long time ago who was married now. She married now. Keep that in mind. I made in some notes, y'all, because I didn't want to forget. Her name was Mary. She was a white lady. He used to date her. But now she's married. So while they was there, Sammy, which is Stacks and Smoke's cousin, he was with them, and he saw a woman that he thought was so attractive. But she's married. But he did invite her to come to the juke joint. Okay? Although she was married. Okay? So let's start there. Temptation. See what I'm saying? Temptation, temptation, temptation. Okay, so he leave there. He go to this field where they out working. And he tempt cornbread. He tempt cornbread with money. First, cornbread was like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be bothered, whatever. The wife was like, well, how much money? Okay? Temptation. So they go, okay? So then one of them go to his, I guess girlfriend, or what, I'm going to call her his girlfriend. And she said she didn't want the money either. He was like, well, they just wanted her to cook or whatever. So she ended up coming to cook. Then they go to these Chinese people. And then they supposed to come, I believe, and be the, they were bringing the beer. They was bringing the beer and the liquor or whatever you want to call it. That they was going to bartend. So, I guess it was a Pam, I guess, temptation. So, to me, so they got all these different people there with this temptation. They coming in, they gonna, setting up, and they doing all these different things, okay? And then it cuts to a scene where a man is knocking on some people's door. He all messed up and looking like this. They was like, they had pulled out their guns on. They was like, get away from my door. We don't want to parse this, okay? I'm summing it up real quick. We don't want to parse this. So he said, well, it's some people after me. I can give you this gold that he had. So it was some gold coins. Temptation. Temptation. So they let him in the house. So the Indian guys come looking for him and say, we looking for this person. He's a real dangerous person, such. And they was like, well, no, he's not here. Hiding him in the house because they wanted their gold, right? So the Indian people like, well, let's get away from here. The sun get ready to go down. First, I was like, are they vampires? But when I look back at it, they knew that vampires exist, and obviously in their town, and so they want to get back in. So anyway, she go back in. He killed her husband, then he killed her, and now they're vampires. Okay? So after that, they go over. I'm skipping a whole lot of parts because you got to go see it yourself, but I'm just going to sum it all up and tell y'all how I got this out of that. So they leave them 3 people. The man that knocked on their door and the 2 people. They leave there, they go over there to the juke joint as the juke joint is, jamming or whatever, and they want to come in. And they tell them, no, they don't want to hear that kind of music. They don't want, gone, man, pretty much. Gone, y'all. And so the girl, the white girl, she came over to the juke joint. Temptation. She still want to know what's up with her and Stacks, obviously. And then the other married lady came. Pearline came. Because she wanted to see what Sammy was about. I ain't sure. But she was a singer. So she comes over there too. So they leave. And she talked to Stacks about, we should have got this money, I know they had a whole lot of money. They had this, they had that. So she go outside to talk to him. And she was like, he was like, we got a whole lot of money. And she was like, let me see. He showed her the gold. Temptation. Okay? So this is what I'm getting out of it. So he showed her the gold. So she get weirded out because he started drooling. They start drooling. So she get weirded out, she leaves, she come. So it doesn't show us this, but we know that she had to get bit because when she went back, she stood at the door. And they say that vampires, you have to invite them in. So she stood at the door and she said to Cornbread, this may not be her exact words, well, are you going to let me in? And he was like, you been in here, come on in. He let the vampire in. So she started dancing on the floor. She go over there to Stacks. Okay? Tempted him with the dancing, with the this, with the that, blah, blah, blah. She gets him to the room or whatever, right? And so she showed him what they gave her. The gold. Temptation. They get to fooling around all that. She beat him. He's now a vampire. Okay? So they do all this and then he run out. The brother, the brother told Sammy, which is the cousin, to go get Stacks. Okay, so Smoke told Sammy to go get Stacks. So he go get him. He thought they was messing around. So finally, Smoke decided to go get him. And she already done beat him and all that. So he shoot her. She get back up. She run out the door. Right? And so they lock the door. It's a whole lot of going on. A whole lot. Okay? Which I'm thinking, this is my perspective. She ran out. I don't know why she ran out. I don't really know why she ran out now. Because I'm thinking about the brother now. Why Stacks ran out. So Stacks was trying to tempt them. And they look normal. They don't look like vampires, they look normal. You know how danger, temptation, all that stuff look? It looks appealing to us. And that's exactly what it looked like. Everything, like they looked normal when they went to the doors, but when they turned, they was a spooky mess. So anyway, they locked him in the room. He started saying, let him out, let me out, let me out. He a vampire now. He's a vampire now. So, of course the brother gonna want to let him out or whatever, but they go through this whole little thing. He finally, Stacks, the brother that turned into the vampire, gets out the room, run out the door. I'm thinking he ran out because, remember, he wasn't invited in. He was already in there when she came in there and bit him. This is what I'm thinking, just my perspective on that. He wasn't invited in, so he ran out. Okay? So he runs out, and they like, okay, we got to eat these cold garlic. So we'll know, oh man, I didn't want to do a part 2, y'all, because I know y'all be getting frustrated. I didn't want to do a part 2. But I definitely want to express to y'all how I feel about the movie, okay? So they go, After that, they all eat this clove of garlic. And then I'm going to do a part two, y'all. I'm going to try to make it fast. I've been trying to make it fast, but I was trying to give y'all a rundown. But I'll be back. Part two of my perspective of sinners. Okay, so they all eat the garlic to prove that, okay, none of us are vampires in here, all right? I skipped a lot of parts, y'all, because I'm just trying to sum it up. Because I'm really just telling y'all all of this of how I felt like the movie was kind of spiritual to me, because it just showed how temptation can get us in a whole lot of trouble and lead to death. That's what I had got out of it, because I was just looking at how the environment. Anyway, let me go back here. Okay, so keep in mind when the when the three people came to the door to try to get invited in, they was like, we got a whole lot of money. We can play music together. We can do this. We can do all that. Okay. So Cornbread had to use the restroom. So he go out there and then he get turned. The Chinese lady and her husband who was serving the liquor and beer, he go outside to get the car. He get turned. And so they all just trying to stay safe pretty much. So they come to they come to the door and they threaten to take the Chinese lady's daughter. It's like, well, we know everything now. We're gonna take your daughter, whatever. Okay. So they tried to get her to come out, but she didn't come out. Remember, they have to be invited in. So she gets so frustrated and aggravated. This is the Chinese woman. She tell them to come in. Pretty much. So they come in, and y'all know what they do. Slaughter everybody. They have these big fights. They do all this. They do all that. Slaughter everybody. And I think that's the part that bothered me, that you invite sin in, you invite temptation in, you invite these things in, and they can destroy you. They can absolutely destroy you. So when they had all those bodies and all that stuff, so that's what I don't know why I got that out of it, but that's what I got out of it. That all them lost souls because of temptation, pretty much. Because had Mary and Pearline stayed at home where their husbands was, they'll still be with us today. Had Spook, which is the man that's playing the harmonica, not wanted all that beer, he would have still been with us today. Had the Chinese couple want to sell their beer, do all that, they'd still been with us today. But they all, and then recruited. That's what I call it. They was all recruited and tempted by sin. And they all lost their souls to this vampire stuff, okay? And so that's pretty much what I got out of it. I hope I ain't missed nothing. And if I did, I'll just have to come back, okay? But that's exactly what I got out of it. They was tempted by that gold. They was tempted by the money. They was tempted by the beer. They was tempted by adultery, because y'all two was married. So everybody was tempted. And that's what made me emotional. We live our lives and we know that sin is dead, and we still want to know what's up with it. And I say we as a whole, as in a people. So that's what I got out of it, okay? That's what I got. So keep in mind, the Chinese people were the people that worked at the store, that was serving the liquor, tempted for, bartending, the money. Let's go get that money. Mary, the white woman that used to like Stacks, which is one of the twin brothers, she's married to a billionaire. Why are you there enticing this man? Okay? Sammy, which he played the guitar and sing. That was their cousin. That's the twins, Smoke and Stack's cousin is Sammy. Okay? His daddy was a pastor, but he wanted to play his guitar, sing, stuff like that. He wanted to, I guess, get out of that town. I don't know. Pearline, she was a singer, but she was married too. Why are you there messing around with Sammy? Okay? Now, and Annie was Smoke baby mama. Okay? This was the other brother baby mama who had came to cook. Okay? And so he ended up having to kill her because she got bit by Stacks, which made me think that Stacks bit Annie and hoping that Smoke wasn't gonna be able to kill her and he could turn his brother into a vampire too. But what so happened when him and his brother got into a fight, Smoke told Stacks that he'll let him live as long as he don't mess with Sammy. So they killed everybody in the party, everybody except for Sammy and Smoke. But at the end, the very, very end, again, I skipped a whole lot. You gotta go watch it. But I told a whole lot. And so Stacks was supposed to just leave Sammy alone. So at the end, it looks like it's going off. And if you didn't watch the end, you missed a very important part. And so Sammy still played his guitar. He was old. He was sitting like in a bar or something. So Stacks and the white lady, who obviously, remember, Stacks didn't die. His brother didn't kill him. He didn't kill him. He just told him to leave Sammy alone. Forever, just leave Sammy alone. So Sammy old, Stacks still looked like he did in the beginning because he's a vampire. So he comes and the guy at the door said, somebody want to see you because remember they got to be invited in. And he said, let them in. So Stacks and the white girl come in. This is like at the end of when the movie is going off. If you left, you didn't see this part. So he come in, he have a talk with them and stuff like that. He didn't do anything to him or nothing like that. But Sammy's old and they still vampires. He's submitting them and because he wanna probably bite him, but he know he can't because he made that vow to his brother. So he left Sammy alone. They have a little conversation or whatever, and they leave. He didn't hurt him, harm him, or nothing. So Sammy's still alive, Stack's still alive, and the white girl's still alive. So I don't know if it's gonna be a part 2. But Smoke, when they came to the juke joint, the Klansmen or whatever you want to call them came to the juke joint, they shot him, and so I'm sure he passed away. I don't know. Movies be having these different twists and turns and all that. But again, I got something spiritual out of it because I felt like that if the movie was about temptation to evil, like taking these evil things. It just was. If y'all got any questions, just ask me. I'll ask them for it. But that's what I got out of it. I'm sure somebody. And so at the end, I started pretty much weeping because I was like, all those souls were lost because they were greedy, because they wanted to sin, because they was running after temptation, doing things that they know they shouldn't have done, and that's what I got out of it. That's what made me so sad, and my emotions were all over the place, and so that's why people's like it wasn't scary because maybe they had got something out of it. Again, I said the only thing that spooked me was them singing and chanting them songs and going around that circle and chanting that. All that. That's the part that kind of spooked me out, made me almost sleep. But I'm glad I didn't leave because that's what I got out of it. And the only thing it did for me is made me want to get my house in order. Okay? Get your house in order and be very, very, very careful. Who you entertain, who you're around, everything that glitters ain't gold. Okay? All money ain't good money. Okay? Easy come, easy go. So that's what I got out of it. So that's why I think I was so emotional and it made me like weep because I was like, dang, if she didn't want to sleep and commit adultery, she'd have been all right. If they didn't want this money and greed for money and, just all that stuff. And so that's why my emotions was all over the place. But I'm trying to sum it up because I know this is long and I know y'all got adult ADHD. So that's my part 2 and my summary on what I got out of Sinners. Go see it for yourself. Come back and tell me what you got out of it. If you don't want to see it, don't watch it. But I'm just saying that's what I got out of it. Okay? All right.